everyone, and welcome to another episode of Exvius Updates, a show that brings you all of the latest information for your favorite application, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Global, available to you guys for iOS, Android, as well as Amazon devices. I am your host, Shaly, and it's just me again. We're still living in this crazy world where nothing is really working out the way that we want it to, but shout out to all of our players who are just hanging in there. Hopefully you are doing well. Your family is also well, your friends, loved ones, everybody's doing okay. Always wishing you guys the very best. But the year goes on. We are in spring now. April is almost at the door, and we have content for you guys that we'd like to share for the month of April. And usually springtime means that a global original unit is on the horizon, as well as a global original event. We're going to be talking about that today. And we also have a little bit of information on the rework of our lovely girl Esther, as well as more information on the upcoming global user-made units and bosses that we can expect in May. So you guys stick around, make sure not to go anywhere. We're gonna have a lot of fun. All right, and now on to our first thing on the agenda, which is going to be the global spring event of 2021. We are calling it Bad Hair Day, and hair, of course, is a reference to the rabbit-like animal, not necessarily this hair. I think this hair is, it's all right, but we love our puns around here. We just want to make silly names that you guys can enjoy while playing the event, so hopefully you find those as funny as we do. This is going to be an elemental battle type of event. Of course, you're going to run the quests available multiple times to farm as many magical tufts as possible. You can then use those magical tufts to summon for crafting materials as well as other things. And the crafting material, the main crafting material that's going to be available this time around is called Pliant Vines. You can use the Pliant Vines to craft and upgrade 3 different pieces of event exclusive equipment. These pieces are the Forest Protector's Mark, the Evergreen Staff, and the Woodland Wear. Now hopefully those are all on screen for you. I believe we're probably going to have the fully upgraded version of the equipment on display for you guys. But yes, this equipment is upgradable. You can collect as many Pliant Vines as possible, and then the recipes will be available in week 2, and a combination of those used together is what you can then use to upgrade your equipment. Now moving on, of course, we're going to have event rewards based on how many points you have accrued. Event milestones are a staple of almost every single event that we have in FFBE, so make sure that you are racking up those points to get as many other side goodies as possible. We're going to have Brave Insignia Transcendent Heroes available. This is of course the insignia for global original units. We're going to have NVEX tickets, Super Trust Mobile Exchange tickets, as well as 5-star select summon tickets. So make sure that you are shooting for the score that's going to get you closest to the rewards that you find the most lucrative. Okay, and then another kind of extra reward that we're going to have this time around is the Unit Fragment Exchange Ticket labeled Hair Day 2021. Now, as the name suggests, you can use these tickets to exchange for unit fragments. We are going to have a special Hair Day 2021 shop available with unit fragments inside. What I do know is that if you are not interested in any of the unit fragments that are in the shop, you can always trade your exchange tickets for Guild Snapper families, and we can all use a little bit of Guild. So, if you don't find anything you like, you trade those tickets for Guild Snapper families and get your coin. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be 24 of these tickets total, and there are 3 different ways to get them. One of the ways is by participating in the week 1 daily bonus quest that's going to be available. Every time you clear it, it's going to get you tickets. Another way is by clearing the trial boss that's going to be available during week 2 of the event. That's also going to get you tickets. And then another way is by using those magical tufts that I touched at the very beginning of this spiel, by summoning at the event gate. That is also going to give you access to these unit fragment exchange tickets Hair Day 2021. So make sure that you guys are running the event as much as possible to get your hands on all of these wonderful things that I've just explained. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the event, and maybe, who knows, it might not be such a bad hair day after all. All right, and for those of you who like a challenge, we do have a new trial boss in the Chamber of the Indignant, and it is the Scorn of Ymir. Now, Ymir is going to be a snail-like creature. It has the main body, and then it has the shell that protects it. And this is an aquatic type of monster, so make sure that you have the correct killers equipped before you come to this battle. But how you want to go about it is you want to definitely destroy the shell first, because the shell actually covers any attacks done on Ymir's main body. So you want to destroy the shell first. The shell unfortunately doesn't have any elemental weaknesses, but it is weak against spears. So dragoons, this is your time to shine. If you have been waiting for an opportunity to use all of your best dragoons, this is it. Make sure to break that shell in order to lower Ymir's main body's defenses, and then hit that main body with fire or light elemental damage, because that is the weakness of the main body of Ymir there. So if you're having trouble defeating this boss, just remember that you can always escape certain attacks by kind of like sneaking out of battle or maybe jumping for a turn. So again, this is where dragoons come in really handy for this battle. You know, maybe it's time for Sid to shine, or for you to pay more attention to your Roberta that you have, you know, benched for a few months now. So, you know, hopefully you enjoyed this challenge. All of the rewards should be on screen for you guys for every different difficulty available for the Scorn of Ymir, and best of luck to all of you with this battle. Alright guys, now moving on to our units for spring 2021. Of course, we are going to have a new Neo Vision Global Original unit for you, but we're also going to be following up on what Hiroki said on the last episode of Exvius Updates, where we are going to be reworking already existing units in global version. The first unit being Esther, of course, our adored and very much loved Esther. So please do stick around and watch the rest of the video to learn about her current progress and what we have cooked up for her. But now let's start off with our newest Neo Vision Global Original unit to join the fray. It is going to be Melia, and Melia is a forest fairy who is living in the forest near a particular village where a certain family of knights happens to reside. And if you think about FFBE Global version and spring, and a certain knight happens to pop into your head, that may be a reference to that. I'm not gonna give you any more hints than that. I think, you know, if you connect the dots, you'll probably get the reference. So, you know, just a little bit of a side lore for you there. But Melia is tasked with protecting the forest. She is the guardian. And once a year, she comes out of her dwelling to bless the village that lives near her forest. And she has this wonderful and very fun egg hunt with the children of the village, where she hides colorful eggs all around the forest, and the children just have, you know, a blast finding the eggs wherever they are hidden, which is a very spring type of activity. But what exactly can Melia do for you guys in the battlefield? Well, she is going to be a true dual wield spirit-based magic tank. So she is going to be contributing to your party's survivability, you know, especially during long and arduous battles where there's a lot of magic damage happening. And when she brave shifts, she is going to remain a true dual wield spirit based unit, but she is going to be more of a magic attacker. And in her brave shift form, she is also going to have support related to earth and the lightning elements. Of course, this is something that we have seen in other spring units as well. So make sure that you are bringing, you know, elements that kind of pair up with what she has in her toolkit to make the most of this particular trait of Melia's. And then the last thing here is that she's going to be able to chain with triple casted bolting strike abilities, as well as triple casted Stardust Ray abilities. So make sure that you are choosing the correct partners to bring along with Melia to battle. That way you can maximize her chain number hits and deal as much damage as possible. About her brave shift, it is going to be available from turn 1, and once you do brave shift, the duration of the brave shift itself is infinite, so it lasts for as long as you want it to. However, if you try to revert to her standard form, you do have to wait 2 turns before you're able to do that. So just keep in mind that you can't exit out of her Brave Shift immediately upon changing. Of course, all of these details should be made available to you guys via the in-game news. So if you cannot keep up with the turn numbers right here, I don't blame you. I'm barely keeping up with them myself. Just check the in-game news when we're closer to the event, and you should have all the information that you really need there. Now, her Trust Master and Super Trust Master are on the screen for you guys. Of course, the Super Trust Master is usually the most lucrative of the 2 rewards. This staff is 170 spirit, which is a pretty good high value for spirit there. So that might be something that you guys might want to check out. Now let's talk about her limit bursts. Now, I'm going to give you guys a disclaimer right ahead of time and just warn you that there are more puns coming. And I'm warning you ahead of time, but I'm not going to apologize for them because I think they're hilarious. So I'm just hoping that you guys find them just as funny as I do. But in her standard form, her limit burst is going to be Excellent Protection. This is going to boost fire, ice, lightning, water, wind, earth, light, and dark resistance for all allies, and reduce magic damage by beasts and humans for caster. Now, I think the latter effect is actually very, very handy because in FFBE, we do have a lot of beast and human type monsters. So if we can further mitigate that damage, that's a really cool ability to have there. Now, her limit burst after Brave Shift is going to be called Excellent Nutrition. Reduce damage taken and boost attack, defense, magic, and spirit for all allies, and boost damage of certain abilities for casters. So this works both as a supportive limit burst for your party's parameters, as well as boosting the damage of her own abilities as a magic attacker in Brave Shift form. So you get both sides of the coin here, which is really cool. Now onto her featured abilities. Ally of the Forest. Chance of temporarily guarding allies against magic damage and reduce magic damage dealt by beasts and humans for all allies. So similar to her limit burst before Brave Shift. Now after Brave Shift, we have Oak Assault, which is going to deal magic damage to one enemy 3 times. Now, this is going to activate 1 time regardless of how many weapons you have equipped, so just keep that in mind. And the chaining family for this ability is going to be Bolting Strike. So again, perhaps you want to bring other particular spring units in your party with you once you have melee on board. That way you can take advantage of that Bolting Strike chain family there. Now, Evergreen Blessing, is going to be her Magnus ability 2 uses per battle. This is going to fill LB gauge, automatically revive caster 1 time, and boost damage of certain abilities for caster. So a nice, fill LB gauge and re-raise on caster herself to, maximize your chances of making it through the battle safely enough, right? All right, so those are her featured abilities. Let's move on to her vision card, which is called Egg Painting. Now, this is not the painting of an egg, but rather Melia painting the eggs for the egg hunt that she does with the children every single year. And of course, all of these eggs are very vibrant and fun colors. And it is said that, once the children find them in the forest, that they are so beautiful that they always bring a smile to their faces, and it just helps to contribute to the happy feeling that comes with the beginning of spring. Flowers everywhere, the birds singing. It's just a symbolism of joy. So hopefully this vision card and its design brings joy to you guys as well. Now the stats for the vision card should be on the screen for you guys, along with the vision card abilities, which are also a very big part of the vision card itself. But at level 1, this vision card is going to give you HP plus 500 and spirit plus 40, and then at level 5 it's going to give you HP plus 1000 and spirit plus 70. So that is at a maxed out level of 10. Again, the vision card abilities are hopefully on screen for you guys. But yeah, that's it for Melia. I hope you guys give her a very big and warm spring welcome, and I can't wait to see her in action. All right, now on to the rework for our girl Esther. I'm going to be giving you guys a brief and short summary of what it is that we have done overall with her unit design, and then we're going to dive into the details regarding those changes just a few seconds after that, so just bear with me for a second. The first thing that we have to note is that she is getting a brand new Magnus ability that's going to boost lightning damage and LB damage. The second thing we want to note is that her Trustmaster and Super Trustmaster rewards have been adjusted. And then the third and final thing that we want to point out is that her modifiers just overall all throughout her toolkit have been boosted to have her dish out more damage in order to keep up with the demands of the current meta, where we have, OP units just kind of like everywhere. So let's move on into the actual details of what the changes are here. First, let's discuss her Trustmaster changes. Now, her Trustmaster had a raw attack of plus 45 when she was first released. Now, this has been boosted to attack plus 51. So a little bit more of a raw attack stat there for you guys. Now, her Trustmaster has a passive ability called Inner Limit, and this Inner Limit ability has also been altered. Before, in its initial release, it used to boost LB damage by 15%, but from now on, it is going to boost LB damage by 20%. So that's, contributing more towards her LB damage. We love that. She's all about it, so really good to hear there. Now for Super Trustmaster, her Super Trustmaster passive abilities will remain the same, so the changes for this particular reward are specifically to the parameters of the Super Trustmaster reward itself. So originally the boost to HP was 800, but from now on the boost to HP is going to be 900. And for attack, it used to be plus 40, but now it is going to be plus 55. So please do know that having more raw stats anywhere in the game is usually really beneficial for your unit, because you can see all those parameters just kind of like go through the roof. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. But of course, the newest thing on her toolkit is going to be her brand new Magnus ability, which is called Shock and Awe. And I absolutely love this name because I think it's so fitting for Esther. I believe it just kind of represents her really, really well, so I'm very excited about it. But this is going to be a 3 uses per battle ability, and it's going to boost her own lightning physical damage, deal partial or mitigated damage to all enemies, and boost LB damage as well as fill LB gauge for caster. So it kind of encompasses everything that Esther is all about, every kind of aspect that she happens to excel at. But on top of that, this ability is going to hit in bolting strike chain frames. For those of you who do not know, the bolting strike chain family was actually originated by Esther. So it's kind of a beautiful full circle moment where Esther's origins and the rework of Esther kind of meet in one place and kind of form this beautiful relationship that hopefully you guys can enjoy. But I'm absolutely thrilled to be making a fuss over Esther all over again, and I hope that you guys are excited to see her back in action, because we love our Esther and we only want her to be the most kick-ass lady around. So hopefully you guys are just as psyched as I am. Alright, and now a quick update on our user design unit coming up in May. The next one on the list is the debuffer Cacteria. She's really, really cool looking, has an awesome design, and you can see from her pixel art that she's got just these neon green lights going on everywhere, inspired by cactuars, which is totally awesome. So congratulations again to the winner of our unit design contest for Cacteria. She's really, really cool, and I'm very, very excited to see what she's going to be able to do in battle once she joins FFBE Global. Alright guys, now it's time to almost say goodbye, but before we go, I hope that you're excited for Melia's arrival on the 1st of April and for Esther's rework as well. And please do not forget that we have login campaigns happening all the time. So of course we're going to have a login campaign for April. We have Forest Frolic login bonus, which is going to get you a total of 1,200 lapis for logging in during the whole period of the campaign. An NVEX ticket of 5-star or NV rarity, that's 1 ticket. and Melia fragments times 30, so 30 of the Melia fragments that you can use towards your brand new Melia, as well as an Omni Prism. And Omni Prisms are rare and precious things that are not easy to come by, so please make sure that you're logging in, if anything, for this Omni Prism. I know that I need it, so I'm trying to look out for you too, so make sure that you're logging in to get it. Now we're also going to have the FFBE and War of Divisions FFBE Universe campaign rewards that are going to be reached through certain milestones explained in all of the news regarding the collaboration. It's kind of like a separate topic in itself. Again, just always refer to your in-game news for more details regarding anything you might have questions about. But these rewards are gonna net us 1,500 lapis, a guaranteed ticket of 4-star, 5-star, or envy rarity. Again, that's one ticket, and an envy EX ticket of 5-star or envy rarity. So again, guys, make sure you're logging in every single day to reap these free rewards. If anything, again, just do it for the Omni Prism and for the free envy EX tickets, because they are 5-star and envy rarity, a few of those. So pretty good stuff there. Now this is kind of a tad bit late as far as news goes, but in case you are not aware, the FFBE franchise, the Exvius universe, is currently having a collaboration with Chill Hop Music, the famous and beloved YouTube music channel, and the collaboration started on the 25th of March. And what Chill Hop Music has done is that they have taken tracks from FFBE and War of Divisions FFBE, and they have remixed them and rearranged them into lo-fi hip-hop style music, which I listen to like all the time, especially while I'm working. So if you're a fan of those kinds of cool beats and you love FFBE music, make sure to stop by their page and check out what they're cooked up for the collaboration with the Exvius universe. I think it's a really fun and kind of outside of the box thing to do for the Final Fantasy brand, so it's something really exciting and kind of refreshing to have going on. Make sure to check it out. As always, we hope that you are doing well, that you and your family are doing all right. Apologies beforehand if this video is kind of weird. I was trying a new method of recording and I honestly don't know if it was worse or better, but I mean, you guys let me know if it's working out better, because I know that the quality of previous videos has not really been the best, but we're just doing what we can while in quarantine, so hopefully all that is forgiven. You guys don't take it too hard, but yeah, that's all we have for today. Take care of yourselves and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.